I have never seen the Peoria Sports Complex with this much shade. This is certainly before a night game, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. So ticket pricing, I feel like they're reasonable, very average for the Cactus League. Um, I have sat down the third base line. That's typically where I sit because of the shade. Um, Twice now, and I don't feel like I've paid outrageous prices for those. Very reasonably priced for good seats at the Peoria Sports Complex. Parking is outstanding. I think this is one of the better parking situations. Like I talked about Goodyear being great, this might be the best. But they have two parking lots. They have parking on the Mariners side, which is behind home plate, and they have parking on the Padres side, which is just in the outfield because that's how they have the complex divided up for these two teams. Like I said, the Mariners and Padres, they share this stadium. The getting Finding a spot on the Mariners side is going to be a little bit more difficult just because it's coming off of a main thoroughfare. You've got 83rd or P83 on the west side of the stadium, and it's like a main area. That's where the freeway is. A lot of people are coming in that way, and they're going to want to sit. They're going to want to park on the home plate side of the stadium because that's what they see first. A little tip for you: park on the Padres side, okay? Because I don't think that lot is necessarily bigger, but not as many people use it. And getting in and out is a lot easier because you're not going out onto a main street. You're going out onto like a back road. Okay. It's back behind some shopping centers and things like that. So getting in and out is super duper easy. And when you want to get out to the main roads, like you've got Bell, which is a main road. If you've ever been here, you know what these are. And then 83rd is another cross street that's right there. Those are the main streets. You're going to hit them at a stoplight, and it's going to be super duper easy to get out. So that's you want to park on the Padres side when you come. You're not going to get a bad spot there. So customer experience, I have never had a bad experience at this game. It's really cool. My son likes to go talk to the ushers. They're all super friendly with him. He asked some questions about the stadium when we're there because he'll ask me something like, I don't know, go ask that guy. He'll go ask him. They're really friendly and open to talking to him about the ballpark and things like that. So that's super cool. And overall, the Peoria Sports Complex has been really great to work with. I went and got to take a tour a couple of years ago. He's like, I can't take you in the clubhouse because of COVID. I'm like, that's fine. I just like to learn about the complex. And I did. We hopped on the golf cart and I got to see the entire thing. It was really cool. It was rad. Team store, they have one team store. It's behind home plate, kind of on the third base side, and it's not super big. It's big, but it's not huge. But I'd say they're pretty well split between Mariners and Padres. You can find stuff for both teams there. You can find Cactus League stuff, and then they'll have kiosks around the concourse that are easy to get to and easy to find. Your fan experience. So okay, if you got kids, I said Goodyear, right? But the Peoria Sports Complex, I believe, was voted the most family-friendly ballpark in the Cactus League, and I would absolutely agree with this. They have a super cool sandlot for the kids to play wiffle ball at. It's a miniature stadium. The one in Goodyear is just like a backstop and some bases. They have the stuff there. Well, in Peoria, they have the stuff there for them, the wiffle ball stuff, but they have a straight up like wall where they can hit home runs. They have it's like a dirt infield. They have the bases. They have the backstop. It's an enclosed. It's a really cool little sandlot. My son loves to go play those sandlot games when we're there. Another thing they have is they have a playground. They have a full on pirate ship playground, and the kids love it. It's super fun for them. I don't want to say it's packed, but there are a lot of kids playing on that playground. And then on warm days, they have a little bit of a splash pad going next to the playground where the kids can run around in the water and stuff like that. We've been there and there were kids ready to go wearing their bathing suits running around that splash pad. They just had a great old time. They loved it. It's a great place if you just want to walk through and get and cool off. They just have misters, so it's perfect for a warm March day in Arizona. Food is really good. I like the food there. It's reasonably priced. You're going to find your staples, right? You're going to find hot dogs and nachos and things like that, and burgers, and I like to get their chicken tenders while we're there. Out along the outfield concourse, they also have some food trucks. You'll find some pretzels and things like that out there. Great things to eat out that way. Seating, it's really good. It's great. They actually have an upper level, so if you sit in the upper level, you're actually higher than it's not like in Glendale where it's just kind of like almost flat. It's actually an upper deck behind where you can sit, and you'll get shade there first on the third base side because the sun sets behind the third base side. So that's where you're going to get the most shade if that's what you're looking for in this game. Um, the berm to me feels a little bit flatter than other places. It might not be, but it feels that way. Sitting on the top of the berm is kind of the place to be because even if you're halfway up, you're still trying to either look through the fence. They have chain link on like the kind of the top half of the fence, the top portion of the fence, so you can see through, or you've got about that that much of the padding, right? Probably what's that, 6 to 8 inches of the padding that's obstructing some of your view. So if you're going to sit on the berm, sit at the top of the berm so you can get a better view. It's a little bit easier to see there because it's not as steep. It doesn't go up as high, I feel like. They do have the biggest, this is a random aside, they have the biggest video board in the Cactus League as of 2021. It's enormous. It's really, really big and it's cool. You'll get, yeah, you can see everything from anywhere in the stadium with that. The overall ballpark experience and feel, I love going to the Peoria Sports Complex. Part of it is this is my home stadium. I live just down the street from it, not far. I like going here. I like to see my Mariners play. I mean, there are probably some stadiums in the Cactus League where if it was where my Mariners play, I wouldn't be as willing to go or wanting to go. I'd go like, let's go see him somewhere else. Maybe let's go see him in Goodyear or Surprise, right? Make the drive out of town. But I like it a lot. My only issue with this stadium is that when you're in the concourse behind home plate, you cannot see the game. It is a great big concrete tunnel, kind of like what I talked about in Scottsdale, but this one's really tall. You're not going to get claustrophobic in this one. So, but your view of the game is obstructed. You have to walk through a tunnel to get out there. But once you get past, I guess you almost have to get all the way out into the outfield before you can see the game again because of the structure of the grandstand and things like that. Getting out of the parking lot, we had to snake around a little bit to get out just to kind of go with the flow of traffic because we parked on the home plate side. But if you park on the Padres side, you're getting out super easy. That's like I said, park on the Padres side, park on the outfield side of this stadium when you park, and you will be in and out in no time.